Good morning and welcome to the free daily coaching hangout. Your daily hangout for mindset, tech tips, and everything attraction marketing. We're here every morning at 10:30 a.m. Eastern. Sit back or jump in. Either way, remember to have some fun. Here at freedailycoaching.com.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Free Daily Coaching. My name is Bert Bledsoe, and I'm here this morning with you on a Tuesday morning. So it's Tech Tip Tuesday. Excited to be here. Wanted to say, first off, thank you for being here. If you had some difficulty finding us this morning or from yesterday to today, something silly happened, and Webinars on Air tried to play some hocus pocus, and the webinar link was supposed to be good until the end of the month. So if you didn't get a reminder, but you're here, that means that you went and re-registered. So congratulations, you got re-registered till the end of the month. And then, like always, at the beginning of the month of November, you'll get a new link. There'll be a new registration form up on the free daily coaching call. Exciting feature available as well. For those that are already on my email list, there'll be a button for you to hit one-click registration, and you won't even have to enter anything. So if you're already on my list, it'll just be a one-stop click and go. You'll just click the button, and you'll be able to register without entering any information because you've already been here, you've already signed up, you don't have to fill out the form again. So trying to add a little bit of convenience into your day and into getting you signed up to the free daily coaching call. So before I say good morning and welcome to all of you, I want to let everyone know that this morning we have a guest host here for Tech Tip Tuesday. Mr. Rod Davison is going to be doing something special this morning for us. And instead of me blowing it and giving it all away and telling you exactly what it is, in just a few minutes, Rod is going to take over the webinar. He's going to do the hosting for the majority of the webinar, and he's going to do some training with you this morning. And the reason that we brought Rod over is because Rod's been participating actively here at the Free Daily Coaching Call. One of the Friday Fiestas, Rod actually was sharing about some actions that he took, doing some training, and something that he's actually implemented and seeing a result. And so what does that look like? Well, that looks like awesomeness is what we think here at Free Daily Coaching. We think, or I think at least, and I'm guessing that everyone here concurs, that when you take action, you get a result. That's awesome. No matter what the result is, it's amazing that you're actually taking the action and getting a result. When you take that a step further and do what Rod's going to do this morning and share it with other individuals, when you actually teach others what you've learned, that's where the magic happens. That's where all the energy starts to really flow, and that's where you see a really big change in your business. So I'm really excited to bring out Rod. If you guys haven't had the opportunity to meet Rod Davison yet, I would suggest when he puts his link, he's going to put his link over in the chat for you. Rod, why don't you go ahead and do that now while we're getting started. Go ahead and go over and check out what Rod's doing, guys. Check out his blog, check out his Facebook, see what's going on in Rod's world, and you can really tap into some powerful stuff. And this is the whole thing, guys. You can tap into the networking part of what we do by looking and following what other people are doing that's working. So check out Rod. Let me say good morning to you guys, and then we'll hand the baton over to Rod. I want to recognize that you guys are here. I see Amanda's here this morning, Karen Andrews up in Canada, Mr. Craig is here. Of course, we have our guest host right over here. We all can see Mr. Rod from Sacramento. I think you live...
No, actually.
Oh, you're in Freeburg. Oh, see? I thought you were up in Sacramento. I grew up like 45 minutes north of where Rod lives, guys. After, when I was a kid, I grew up in Orange County, and then my parents moved up to Corscold, and I went to Yosemite High School up in Oakhurst. So I lived in Oakhurst when they filmed The Great Outdoors up at Bass Lake. So... Go Bulldogs. I'm a big Fresno State fan. I went to high school back when Lorenzo Neal played ball at the same time. So, and he was a wrestler. So when he went pro, that was a cool deal. You're like, hey, I used to know that kid. Like, and now he's playing for the NFL. So I didn't even know. That's a fun little Fresno connection, Ron. Vicky Durbeck is here from Dallas. We know the whole Dallas contingent is here, okay? I'm sure Bill Moore is here somewhere. Who else? Felicia Mupo. Leanne's probably down in there. So we got all the Texans are in the house. We got Tennessee in the house with Christina Irvin. Judy, another Pennsylvania regular, is here. We got Mr. Jim Green's here. Angela Gurley is here this morning. Our mystery guest that I thought last week was someone else, TJ, was really just Tanya Johnson. And I don't mean just Tanya Johnson, so let me rewind that. It was actually Tanya Johnson. Tanya, I thought you were actually someone else doing like a little incognito, so good morning and welcome. Our international callers from France are here, Mr. Mark Humphrey Davis. Mr. Rosenberg's here, Sandy Nielsen, so Idaho's in the house. I see Larry Ryan's here this morning. Good morning, Larry. Great to see you here, sir. Carrie's here this morning. We got Chris Schaus, Super Specs, right? We saw Chris last Friday. She's in the house. Richard's here this morning. Mr. Maurice Walker is here in the house. Mike Chambers, great to have you back. Guys, everyone, go out and say hi to Mike. I gave him a shout-out last week, but what an amazing individual. Can you imagine what it must be like to literally be experiencing what you're experiencing today and then all of a sudden literally not have your sight anymore? Can you imagine what it would be like simply to use your computer? Can you imagine what the challenges would be all of a sudden to not be able to see your screen and have to have that interface where the computer's talking back to you? Well, Mike is actually walking through that challenge right now, and while he's doing it, he's taking massive action. So super inspiring. If you wanna get motivated by someone else's actions, if you or not motivated but inspired, if you want to be inspired, go check out what Mike Chambers is doing. I'm sure you're going to get some inspiration there. And of course, the lovely Debbie Deerdorf from Arizona is here. So I see a few more of you. Angel just popped in. A few other people just popped in. Beth just popped in. Len's here. So as you guys are popping in, good morning and welcome. Everyone is always welcome. I'm so excited to present to you guys this morning someone that I've had the pleasure to be able to meet face-to-face multiple times now. So it is true. You can meet people, real people on the internet. Rod is proof of that. Rod and I have hung out at several events now, and I'm sure that was just the beginning. There's several more events to come in our future. Rod is a tenacious marketer. Rod is someone who has committed to himself, committed to his business, that he's going to take the actions required to get the results that he wants. And one of the things that Rod has been able to do is invest in himself. And many of you guys know that there's a lot of leaders in this space that you have the opportunity to learn from. And recently, Mark has been doing some training, some one-on-one consultations, some coaching with another amazing marketer. You may know him. His name's Mark Harbert. And today, and this is what I think is so absolutely amazing, guys. I want you to stay on till the end, and I want you to soak up everything Rod's got, because this is the real deal. Rod paid. Rod took money out of his pocket that he earned, that he's worked for, and paid to go get training. And check this out. This is the crazy part. He's like, hey, you know what? I know I paid for this, but I learned something. This is valuable. I would like to teach this. Bert, can I come over and share this with the free daily coaching call? Guys, this is like getting, literally, that's why we call it free daily coaching. You're getting free training right now by Mr. Rod Davison, and this is something that he's invested in. Not just time, but effort and dollars. So let's all give and I should have brought up the little panel already. Let's all give a great good morning welcome over in the chat to Mr. Rod Davison. Good morning, Rod.
Good morning, everyone. Appreciate the
There, I had to have the sound effects up so you could get we had to give
That's all good. So, yeah, so I'm really excited to bring to you guys today some pretty cool stuff I've learned over the last couple of weeks that I started implementing. And so just from the raise of hands, let me ask, who's doing any sort of Facebook advertising right now? Just raise your hand if you are. I know there's kind of a delay sometimes, but anyway, as those come through, I just kind of want to get an idea of anybody that's actually doing Facebook advertising. But what we're going to really kind of go into today is Facebook retargeting. So anybody that's been on eBay, anybody that's been on Amazon, you look at a product somewhere, and then all of a sudden you go to Facebook and you see these same products showing up in the right-hand bar. So that's what we're going to really talk about is retargeting. So I put together just 2 or 3 slides to kind of explain how this works, and then we'll go into into my ads manager, and I'll show you exactly how all that works. So okay, so I see a bunch of hands going up. That's pretty awesome. Probably about half of you guys are doing some sort of Facebook advertising, which is very cool. So let me go ahead and share my screen, and we'll get right into it. So make sure you guys can see my screen okay. Bert, everything looks good? Okay, I'll assume everything's good.
Yes.
So anyway,
yes, you're good, Rod. Sorry, I was trying to unmute.
Yeah, no problem. All right, so today we're going to be talking about Facebook retargeting, and it's just a way to basically, we spend a lot of time trying to get leads and get prospects in front of our stuff, so it's really a way to present this to them multiple times. So, as a lot of people know, it takes an average of about 7 times for people to see something before they take action. So we'll take a quick look inside here. So basically what retargeting is, it's being able to put in a retargeting pixel, and I'll show you guys exactly how to do this. But you have your capture page. Let's say you've sent maybe 1,000 visitors to your capture page, and then it comes up to a thank you page. And maybe only 200 people have opted into your, actually opted in and went to your thank you page. So you can actually retarget those people separately and be able to put different ads based on what they came to before. So, you can present an offer to those 1,000 people. You can present a different offer to those 200 people. You can present an offer to the difference between the capture and the thank you, and you can basically do the same thing for your blog and for your sales page. So the cool thing with the blog is, if you're targeting anybody that visits your blog, and maybe you're going to do a webinar down the road or something, then people have already seen you, they know you, and you can present that ad to a webinar you're going to do, or whatever sort of offer you want to send them to, and and it's people that have already seen some of your stuff. So I'll kind of go into how you set that all up here in just a minute. So if you're an MLSP, in the back office, under the tracking settings, under my websites, if you put the tracking pixel for thank you pages under the other conversion tracking codes, and if you want to track capture pages, then you want to put that under the Google Analytics. Now, when the funnelizer comes out, which hopefully will be pretty soon, this is going to all change. I think it's going to be much easier, because right now with MLSP, it's going to be all capture pages and all thank you pages, and I believe with the funnelizer you'll be able to put those and filter those out to exactly certain pages if you want to. If you're using WordPress, I use Optimized Press, so this is the tracking settings within Optimized Press. WordPress, whatever theme you're using, just look for analytics and tracking. You always want to put the Facebook pixels in the head tag, which it shows you right here, and you just paste that pixel right there where it says Facebook pixels. A lot of the other tracking pixels go in the body tag down below, but Facebook always goes in the head. And then these are just a few of my results that I've gotten as I've went through some of the Facebook advertising. You can see early on I had about a 40% conversion, made some tweaks, and then made some more tweaks, and 70% conversion on my click to website to actually get in a lead, which I think is pretty cool. So let's go ahead and dive into the ads manager here. So basically, when you want to create a custom audience or create this retargeting pixel, you want to go into your ads manager and you want to go right here to audiences. So you can see I have a few set up here, not too many yet. I just started doing this maybe about 2 weeks ago once I learned this from a course I was going through. So it's pretty simple. You just click right here on create audience and you go to custom audience. Now this data file custom audience, I don't know if you guys know it or not, but you can actually export all of your, if you're using Aweber or some other email list, you can actually export all of those email addresses and import those into here, and then you can target people that are on your list. So you can do that. That's an option, but we're going to mainly go through this one right here today. So it's going to be a custom audience for your website. And right here we're just going to put in, I'll just put in test for now. And you can put anyone that visits your website, people who visit specific pages on your website, people visiting specific web pages but not others maybe. So let's say you want to track who visits your home page but maybe not visits your, some other page on there, so you can kind of put that in there. And you can also put on there people who haven't visited your blog for a certain amount of time. Let's say you set up this filter that says, anybody that's been to my blog but hasn't revisited it in 60 days, then you could target those people too, so it's pretty cool. So let's just put, well, we'll go through a couple of these. So if you put anyone that visits your website, then you can either put your domain here or leave it. It doesn't really matter, because that tracking pixel is really what's going to drive that. Now, if you have multiple domains, so with the retargeting pixel, it's technically the same pixel. All of these different retargeting things that I've set up here, they use the same pixel, and they use these things here to basically filter it out. So if you're actually using this on multiple websites, then you might want to just put in your domain like that. So that means it's only going to give you the people that visited that domain. So hopefully that makes sense, and you can typically put in different domains. I have a couple of different domains I typically use. So this is my blog, and then I have another website that primarily I use just for capture pages, kind of like a lead pages site, I guess you might call it. So, and then here you can put in, how many days. You can put up to 80 days, that's 6 months. So that's going to basically start collecting all those people for 6 months time. So it'll always be updating. So once you save that, I'm going to create the audience, and then you'll see right here under test, this little hash mark right here. This is where you're going to get the pixels. So you want to just copy this code right here, and it's really just a matter of doing a copy and paste. That's it, just copy and paste. So you just copy this over here, and then you basically would go over to the tracking pixels and just paste it either in the capture pages, the thank you pages, or here in the Facebook or your WordPress, or you can put it on, like I said, specific pages. So there's always a tracking and analytics tracking setting on your WordPress blog. And then basically once you get those done, then and you want to start using them. Now one of the things I'm going to show you that's pretty cool, you actually have to use Power Editor, because that's the only place that it gives you the ability. So if anybody...
Hey, Rod?
Yes, sir.
Before you go over to the Power Editor...
Yes, sir.
Definitely, I think we need to... This is a great training, and I think that for the people that are already doing some Facebook advertising and that are familiar with the platform, I think that they're totally going to get this and they're going to love it. I think for those people that are still new and they haven't ever done any of this yet, we'll probably need to maybe create some kind of addendum, maybe even do this in one of the work sessions that we do.
Sure.
What I wanted to know is, before you go over into the Power Editor, you mentioned being able to, and let me white box you. before you mentioned when you created the pixel that it would be the same pixel, but that you would be filtering something out.
Yes.
And that you could see the difference between the. Would you be able to show us that?
Yeah. So basically, it doesn't matter which one of these things that I have set up here. Let's see. So, like, say this blog right here.
Okay.
That's the pixel. Hold on. So if you go to edit, so see how I just have Rod A. Davison in here? So yeah. It's only going to take traffic that visited that domain and nothing else. Where, let's see, let's take like my cheat sheet capture page here.
Okay.
If you edit that, I'm only tracking people that visit this one page basically. So that's capturing anybody that's actually visited my opt-in page. So it's filtering. So the pixel's the same, but it actually filters out based on what you have here. So it's actually only taking traffic that actually hit that one page, where the other one, it's anybody that hits any page on rodadavison.com.
Okay. So, yeah, absolutely. So I just want to make sure that I understand. So let's say that you had a page at, let's say you had a pixel and you installed it on your blog, which was rodadavison.com.
Yep.
And you install that pixel. So let's say that pixel was the one that's highlighted right now that says cheat sheet thank you. So
okay.
That pixel has captured, let's say, 50 people now that have gone to rodadavison.com. The one below that is set up so that it's for a specific page, like rodadavison.com / a specific blog post, whatever it is, and you put that in right there, and that's how it's now differentiating the two. Is that correct?
Yeah, so basically like this one right here, this is the capture page I set up for my blogging cheat sheet.
Right.
And then this is the thank you page that I set up for my blogging cheat sheet. So it's a specific page on that website. So it's only capturing traffic from that particular page. So that's how you're able to, you can target differently for people that actually opted in, and then you could put different ads to people that actually just went to the capture page but never opted in. So you're able to capture both of those scenarios. So you can always present ads differently to those people, between the people that actually opted in and made it to the thank you page, or people that just made it to the capture page but never went any further.
Awesome. Thank you for showing that. That was amazing.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. It made sense to me, and let me just say this. I have a rudimentary understanding of all of this. I'm guessing that there's some, and it's because of the actual time that I've now spent doing some of this and learning about it. So I'm guessing that some of the attendees are going to be in the same place. Some people are going to have an understanding like I do and be like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Some people know more about this kind of stuff, so they'll be like, oh yeah, this is old hat. A few people, and then there's quite a few people, I'm guessing, that are like, wow, this is really, really, really cool. I kind of understand what Rod's talking about, but I kind of don't. And I think that that's something that you and I, over time, could maybe work on. And really, we could present this again in a couple of different, maybe a series, where we could really show some step-by-step, even though it seems very simple to you, to other people that haven't used the platform, just the interface and what's going on sometimes can be challenging for people. So
no, absolutely.
If there's something, I'm going to go ahead and I just wanted to make an announcement. I enabled the Q&A so that if you guys have questions, go ahead and type them in the Q&A, because we still have some time left to ask questions to Rod. So go ahead, Rod. I'm sorry for interrupting there.
Hey, no problem. I mean, that's sometimes when you get in a role and you do this stuff, you're right. It seems simple to me, but it's not simple for the person that's never done it. So it's good to clarify. So thank you for that.
No, absolutely. I want to make sure, because I think this is really some valuable information for people, and I want to make sure that everyone that's here this morning, that each individual actually gets that benefit. So you're talking about, so before I segued out, what you were talking about was jumping over and using the Power Editor feature back in the ads manager, there's that selection over on the left sidebar for Power Editor, and now you're going to show how to use that, correct?
Yep. So within the absolutely. So within the Ads Manager, there's what they call a Power Editor. So you do have to use Google Chrome in order to use the Power Editor. It's the only browser it works in. So just as a caveat to that. And Power Editor, it's really a separate application that works with the Ads Manager, and it gives you some additional features. So I almost exclusively use Power Editor just because I started out that way. You can do most of the same things by just using the if you go over here to just go to the Ads Manager and click on Create Ad, you can pretty much do all the same thing, but there's going to be a couple of features. One specifically I'm going to show you today that's not available through the Facebook Ads Manager. You have to use Power Editor.
Cool.
So hopefully that makes sense. And if you haven't used Power Editor, when you go into Power Editor, you want to get in the habit of always hitting download to Power Editor. Because what that, like I said, this is basically, it's kind of like a standalone app, and this basically syncs everything up with your Ads Manager with Power Editor. So it just takes a couple of seconds to synchronize there. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do real quick is just, let me just create a quick campaign here. I know we're kind of running short on time. I'd kind of go through this, but let me just create.
And guys, what I want you guys to know, what I want everyone to know is, I want you guys to just get past the part where Rod's like going really fast right now because it doesn't seem like it's making sense. All of these things that he's doing right now that he was just filling in are just standard ways to set up an ad. What he's actually doing is showing that you can go back via this Power Editor. You can actually go in and target a specific audience, and because of what he already did, because he has now created that custom audience by using this tracking pixel, he's now going to show you how you can now incorporate that into your ads on Facebook. So go ahead, Rod.
Yeah, so I know, basically I just created an ad really quick just to get to the point where that I wanted to show you on what you could kind of, how this retargeting is really kind of a powerful thing. So once you get to the point where you select your audience, for those of you that do Facebook advertising, a lot of people probably are using interests generally. That's where you'd find who you want to target. But now that you have these retargeting pixels coming up, so you can click right here where it says custom audiences. And let's say I want to target people that visited my capture page. Okay? So now those are people that we actually have that have visited the capture page, but they're also the same people that have also went to my thank you page. So the one thing that you can't do in the regular Ads Manager that you can only do in Power Editor is see where it says excluded audiences. So actually if I put cheat sheet thank you, so now it's basically going to take the people that went to my capture page, and it's going to exclude the people that actually went to my thank you page. So the people that actually opted in won't see this ad, so it's only going to be the people that went to your capture page. So that's some of the power. So you can actually pull just the people that went to your capture page that did not opt in by using the exclude audiences. So you know, you can do that in many fashions. So that was the main thing that I kind of wanted to show you in one of the pieces with retargeting. So, you know, if you're doing a say you were doing a webinar or something, then you would just put in here your blog retargeting pixel. Basically, anybody that's ever visited your blog, and throw that ad up to those people specifically. So that was.
Go ahead. Sorry, Rod.
No problem. I was just about done. So.
Well, what you just showed was super powerful. There is a couple people in the chat that are like, "Whoa, I'm gonna need to watch this again." So definitely, okay. Couple things, everyone. First off, let's all go over to Facebook this morning and go on to Rod's page and give him a shout out. Tell him thank you. This was absolutely phenomenal. What we're going to do, guys, I'm going to sit down with Rod. Rod and I will talk about putting something together where we can do some short. Hey, little mister, you guys stop. Sorry, guys, the dogs were going crazy here. We'll put something together, Rod and I, so that we can put together a series of webinars for you that show you a little bit more precisely how to do this step by step, so that so that you can do exactly what Rod showed you. However, yes, these are recorded for those that have asked. There's a couple people have asked in the chat and here in the questions, do you have a place where you can access this? Absolutely. You can either go back to YouTube and go to my YouTube channel, or you can go to Google+, or I'm sure later you can go over to Rod's channel, and I'm sure that he'll grab the video and use it for something or reference it. So yes, you will be able to watch this specific webinar again. Another question that came through is someone said that they were unfamiliar with the term pixel. What is it and what does it do? So what a targeting pixel does, a pixel is like, imagine if a pixel is a way to track people. So imagine if you walked by and I could put a little red sticker on the back of your shirt, and every time then that I needed to look for people that walked by, because every Tuesday I put red stickers on people's shirts. So, and I stood on a corner and talked about something, whatever. Let's say I sold chimney sweep equipment on the streets in New York. So every Tuesday I would put a red sticker on people's back. Well, I would know, and this is in a world where people don't change their clothes, okay, or they're not wearing clothes. I'm just saying. The targeting pixel is that sticker, and I stick it on their back, and then now I can look around anytime, and I can see who has a red sticker, who walked by me on Tuesday. The same thing can happen with a targeting pixel. Using a Facebook targeting pixel, this is what it does. If you have a capture page, or a landing page, or a website, or some type of web property, right? And you're sending traffic to there, you're asking people to visit that place. What you can do is put that Facebook targeting pixel, all it is a code, and you just copy and paste that code into your site, okay, which is easy. You just copy it from here, paste it over here. So if you know where to copy it from and where to paste it to, that's it. That's all you have to know. Then now you can retarget, and this is what it does. If I come to your page, if I come to your site and you have a targeting pixel, a Facebook retargeting pixel, and I've had Facebook open and logged in that day, it's going to grab that and say, hey, Facebook guy, this guy's on Facebook. Over in that Facebook pixel that you have set up is going to mark a person and say, hey, that guy's in Facebook. We know who that is, okay? And when it gets over 20 people, then it starts to show you a number in that custom audience, and now you can follow that audience around. They have this same concept, guys, is in Google as well. You can use Google Pixels. There's all kinds of retargeting pixels for different types of platforms. That's why sometimes, like Rod said at the beginning, sometimes you're shopping for a GoPro, and then all of a sudden everyone over on the sidebar of Facebook is like, REI has GoPros. Billy Johnson has GoPros. Like GoPro, GoPro, GoPro. You're like, well, I guess I should get a GoPro. The universe is telling me I need to get the GoPro.
Exactly.
No. The universe is not telling you that you need a GoPro. What happened was this. You went to a website that has a targeting pixel, and the guy that's selling GoPros is targeting you. That's what's happening. And that's what Rod's doing, and that's why you saw those percentages going up to like 70-something, 74% or 70%, something ridiculous.
Yeah, 70%,
like,
man.
every single person he touches wants to get his stuff. Why? Because check this out. They've already seen it over and over and over, and now Rod is like right here. Rod's like, hey, buddy, what's up? I'm right here. I'm right here in your peripheral vision. Remember when you were right here? I was over here. Now I'm over here. And then guess what? I'm over here, and now I'm over here. I'm over here, here. Right? So it's like everywhere they look, Rod just keeps popping up. At some point, they're like, listen, I don't know who this Rod Davison is, but I'm going to check this out.
Exactly. That's the power of the retargeting, is you basically appear to be everywhere. Everywhere to that person, and that's, it's very powerful, because it's like, I got to check this stuff out because this guy's just like everywhere I go, he's there, So
it's powerful. And what you just showed, how you can, subdivide it by different pages, and then including certain groups and excluding other groups by really narrowing your focus. It's making your target, like, it's like you're shooting, instead of shooting a bow, it's like you have a bow and arrow, right, guys? Think about this. Imagine if you have a bow and arrow, and You just you draw that string back, and it's taut. Imagine if you point it down right at a target, right? There's a target right there. You can see the bullseye. That's what Rod's doing, and he's letting the arrows fly. Boom, boom. He's just grabbing them out of his quiver and just pew, pew, right? What we're doing, or if you haven't been targeting and focused, what you're doing is like back in like medieval times when there was like guys coming from really far away, and then they're just like, archers ready, and then you're just like kind of shooting up in the air, and then they're like, fly, and then you like let your arrow go, and it sails really far, and it goes way up, and it looks cool and everything, but you don't even know if it's hitting anything, right? The reason that strategy worked was because there was like 100 archers all doing that, so it was like raining arrows down. When it's one guy like Rod's doing, he's like a modern-day sniper, right? And his custom audiences is like his ghillie suit. Yeah, it's like you have a ghillie suit. It's your custom audiences, and you got this ghillie suit. And if you guys don't know what a ghillie suit is, go look it up, right? These snipers, they make their own suits. They make their own camouflage from the environment. That's what a ghillie suit is, right? So Rod's laying down. He's got his rifle. He's got this ghillie suit. And snipers, they always have a spotter, right? They travel in a team, so they always have another guy that's like helping them, their assistant, their spotter, right? And Rod's spotter is that he's created multiple custom audiences so that he can now exclude some, right? And by excluding some, you're narrowing your vision even more. It's like the sniper, it's like your spotter guy is looking and he's like, no, 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 no. Not the guys on the right. They've already been to the thank you page. They've already opted in. No, 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 no. Not those guys on the left. We don't even know who they are. Those people right there, they've been to the capture page, they didn't opt in, let's go talk to them. And then you can just dial right in, boom, and you know. That's amazing. I never, like literally, guys, I'm blown away. That's why I said, hey, let's set this up, let's do a series, because guys and gals, when you can tap into this type of targeting, when you can start marketing specifically to people like this is when it can become powerful. Now, I want to caveat all of that with, most of you guys know that I mostly do no-cost, low-cost strategies. So how amazing would it be if you wanted to get into Facebook ads, if you could keep your costs down and your return massive? Imagine when you get the returns that Rod's getting. So if you're really focused, if you really take some time to do this and do it the right way and learn it, it can be super, super powerful. So thank you so very much, Rod. Go ahead, Rod, type in your, over in the chat, type in your Facebook or your blog or some way that people can plug into you. Guys, go over on Facebook and tell Rod thank you. I'll be meeting with Rod, guys, and we'll talk about doing some more work together. Maybe for those that are involved in the work sessions, maybe even doing an advanced level work session to really get in and show you guys live action, real time, this is how you do it, and then go apply it and show you how powerful it really can be. Because this is such an amazing way to do it, guys, and this is why I'm so impressed. I literally was using the targeting pixel, and I was like, yo, it's the same pixel number. And so I had all these things, but they were the same numbers because I didn't know that I could go in, what Rod showed us, and filter people out, like filter just specific pages. Yeah. The guys, that kind of targeting and pinpointing is vital if you're making sales funnels, if you're creating offers, so you can see where the engage, there's all kinds of analytics, guys, on the back end that this can give you. We're not going to get into all of that. That's for a work session. That's for advanced. Here at Free Daily Coaching, what we do is provide you guys real-time solutions to your marketing challenges. I want to thank Rod Davison this morning for stepping out, coming over and showing us something really that's really can be really complex and to some people overwhelming, but really breaking it down and making it simple, and then saying, hey, you know what, there's maybe some room here to make a couple more of these training sessions where we can really show you guys exactly what Rod's doing and see some of these amazing results so that you can start to apply them and you can start to experience what Rod's experiencing. right? So that you could start generating leads, getting an amazing return, and sharing your message with your audience, with the actual target audience that you're trying to reach. So thank you so much, Rod. Really, really, really appreciate it.
Yeah, and I appreciate you allowing me to be being here to share this with everybody. So it's amazing. When I learned about this retargeting, man, I was so freaking excited about it. I got everything set up that I learned that night before I went to bed. So that's, speed of implementation when you learn something and doing it immediately. That's what it's all about, because you go to sleep and sometimes you forget some pieces and different things. So speed of implementation is, the main message. Anytime you learn something, go implement it right away.
Well, I want to really thank you. I know that you were I know when you were telling me about it and you were like, yeah, I didn't even go to sleep. I just did it all. I'm not even kidding you. When I had the camera off or when I was muted there, I was literally Facebooking someone and telling them, hey, because we talked to the Facebook people. Someone called the Facebook guy and was like, dude, this is not right. This isn't how it was. And the Facebook guy was just like, well, that's how it is. And we were like, this has to be like, I knew there was something, right? So I literally am already messaging him like, dude, that Facebook guy was a total schmo. He didn't even know what was going on, dude. This is like, literally, I was like, you won't even believe it. It's so simple. It's so simple, guys. Yeah. And this is what I want everyone to take away. Rod gave you his main takeaway was speed of implementation. When you learn something, do it. So if you guys are watching this and you didn't get it, go back and watch the video, watch the replay a few times, and then reach out to Rod, reach out to myself. We're going to put something together, okay? We'll put something else together for you so that we can walk you through it a little bit slower so it's not smushed into the free daily coaching call, where you can have some more interaction, where you can live ask us questions about what's going on. So we're going to do that for you because this is really some powerful training that is super, super simple, guys. We're literally talking about copying and pasting things, right, and typing in your website address. Literally, imagine how much more powerful it could be if you started marketing and targeting people that were already looking at your stuff. They were already checking you out. Now you don't have to go and target Robert Kiyosaki, people that are 18 to 17 or 17 to 34, that are women that live in the United States, that are under the age of, or that have gray hair, that bought something on their MasterCard last week, that use insurance online, right? Like, oh my goodness, there's so many things to do, like within all these, targeting options. Can you imagine how powerful it is when you're like, hey, what if I just target the people that were already looking at my stuff? Genius.
Yep, exactly. Yes. I know one of the things I'm working on right now too is lookalike audiences. So once I get that all figured out, we'll come back and do a session on that too.
I'm all over it. Let's definitely on our next chat. Let's talk about. Let's put together something. Let's look at what it looks like, and maybe even put something together and make it as a work session. So let's talk about it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, let's talk about it because I think this is going to be something that people could really use. I think that this is valuable, guys. If you found some value today, thank you for being here. Go and say thank you to Rod and give him a shout out on Facebook and let us know. Send a personal message if you have questions. Let us know. This is definitely something we're going to be looking more into here on the free daily coaching call. Thank you for being here, Rod. Thank you all for being here and sharing the morning with us. I will see you guys as we cruise the internet, and hopefully I will see some of you guys over at the Ultimate Freedom webinar this afternoon at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll see you guys there.
Yep. Thank you, everyone. And if you guys got any questions at all, reach out to me, and I'll be glad to help you out.
And the delay, and there they go.